I'm Tony.
And welcome back to another episode of
Talking Spray. Today we're talking about what changes in a relationship. We're actually focusing on relationship between husband and wife. I saw a video, and this video was talking about you don't expect me to be the way I was when we were cutting. Because a whole lot of time I get from my husband, like, you don't do this no more, you don't do that no more. And I never thought of, now I have more responsibility. Now I have the children to take care of. Now I have to go to work. Now I have to go to school. Now we have a whole lot of things to think about in this relationship. Even now I have to think about you as a spouse. And yet, you expect me to remain the same way I was before we got married. How is that possible? I'm not saying I'm not gonna look good or I'm not gonna dress, but what I'm saying is, like, when I come home in the evening, the first thing I want to do is take out my makeup. And sometimes I don't even have time. Sometimes I just want to put my pajamas on and be free in the house. Or sometimes I don't have time to go and get my hair done. Or sometimes it could even be in bed. And then you're expecting me to have the same energy. I already used all my energy to get pregnant 3 times. So what more energy do you expect to get from me when I already had 3 kids? Even though a whole lot of people say, oh, you women, because you have kids, and then you just, let everything go.
That is true. A lot of women do that. I think that experience teaches wisdom. And I think that this is the reason why a lot of marriages don't work. Not necessarily don't work out, but this is why a lot of spouses go out and cheat. Because at the end of the day, when he met you, there was a reason why he met you. There was something about you that he liked. Maybe it's the way you look. Maybe it's the way you carried yourself. Maybe it's the things that you used to do. It could be anything specific. Now, when he married you and make you his wife, yes, I understand that. Yes, you're gonna have children. You're raising a family. You have a job. You have you're going to school. You have more bills to pay. Everything to take. With all that stress and everything, he still wants to admire you. He still wants to love you for who he met in the beginning. You know what I mean? Because men, their mind tend to sway a lot. And if they go out there and they see another woman that looks the way that you used to look when he met you, obviously he's gonna be looking in that direction. Not that he does not love his wife or respect his wife. It's just that, just to keep him, men get bored easily. So you have to keep them entertained. Like I said, I can be whoever you want me to be.
Really?
Yes.
Woo!
If you want me to be nice, I'll be nice. If you want me to be naughty, I'll be naughty. Whatever you want me to be. If you want me in red hair, I can give you red hair. If you want blue hair, I'll give you blue hair. If you want long hair, I'll give you long hair. If you want short, I'll give you whatever you want.
Wow, you're ready.
Exactly. So, because you have to keep that momentum. You have to keep their energy going. You have to keep their minds engaged. You have to keep them happy. A happy husband is a happy life. He'll go nowhere. I mean, not that he's not going to look. That's okay. That's human. We're women, we look too. Like, women would be lying if they say they don't look. Not that you're gonna lust or you're gonna go after the person. You might see a guy out there and you'll be like, oh, I like his legs, or wow, I like his abs, or I like his hair, or something. Like, it's normal. Like, people pretend and stick it on the man as if, they're so perfect. Like, oh, I don't look at that man, or I don't see something in another man that I like. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna go after that person. But if a man sees another woman out there and he's like, oh wow, look at her, she's so beautiful. Oh, but I forgot I have something better at home. You understand what I'm saying? Because in the back of his mind is, yeah, he's lusting, or he sees that person and she looks good. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But then he remembers that he's going home to, he doesn't even know what he's going home to tonight. I could surprise him. Tonight could be red hair, tomorrow is black. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, always like, yeah, that urge to get home to that person keeps him engaged, keeps him entertained, keeps his mind, relaxed. So I think that because you get married doesn't mean that you're not gonna engage him, you're not gonna like do the same thing that you used to do. I understand that women have so much responsibility.
Yes.
That's why we're mothers, because we are capable of doing it. Like, we multitask. Men cannot multitask. They can't do more than one thing at a time. If they're watching a football game and you go and try to talk to them, they will not answer you.
Talking to the hair.
Because then they're gonna say, "Can you talk to me after the game?" Because they cannot listen to you and watch the game at the same time. We can listen to you, we can answer you, we can watch,
cooking.
we can be cooking, taking care of the kids, doing our work at the same time, and everything gets done. Men mentally cannot do that. They're two different species.
Okay. All right. Thanks for your input. So, what do you think about spouse killing each other? I just watched movie. Lifetime movie is all about like true life story.
Yeah.
And this man killed the wife and the kids just because the wife got pregnant for the third child, and
Wow.
he does not want another child. And this is some of the mistakes that we make as women. I think it's better for us to talk and say, okay, how many kids do you think we could have?
Right.
Instead of thinking like, oh, I can go on and be pregnant and be pregnant and be pregnant.
That's true.
So
That is true. But sometimes life happens. It's like, I wouldn't say it's a mistake, but sometimes things do happen. But like you said, I agree with you. We should plan on, okay, how many kids do we want? But then we're planning, and God has something else in store for us. So we can't even say we should plan, because it's like we're taking God out of the picture. He says you're gonna have 3 kids, you're gonna have 3 kids, no matter what you do. So
does that warrant this man to kill the wife?
No, it doesn't.
What happens to divorce?
Exactly.
And this is America, that you can divorce as many times as you want.
Alright, so technically he does not want the responsibility.
Yes.
I think that they should just come to an amicable decision. It's either I'm gonna stay or I'm gonna go. It's up to both of them. So now she's gonna be a single mom.
She died. The husband killed the wife
because of that,
and the 2 kids.
Wow.
So making it 3 kids because the woman was pregnant.
Because she was pregnant.
That was one of his reasons.
That's very deep. There has to be
because they
another
started
reason.
having issues immediately. The woman got pregnant,
Right.
and there could be a whole lot of other reasons
Exactly.
too.
So that alone could not be the reason, because he can leave. He's not tied to her. He can leave if he wants to leave. Listen, I tell a man, you want to go. I'm not gonna have a child for you to hold you, because kids don't hold men anymore. Back in the days of our grandfathers and whatever, once you were pregnant, you have to marry that person.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Nowadays, people don't regard that anymore. You want to leave, you leave. You want to stay, you stay. You want to stick it out, stick it out. It's up to you. You know what I mean? So I think that, we should discuss. We can discuss, what it is that we want for our lives and the relationship or the marriage. But it might not work out the way that we plan it. Sometimes.
Yes, like you said, things happen.
Yeah, things happen.
So now, I know there are other reasons that spouse could kill spouse, because lately, like middle of last year, it was so common among Nigerians in America, and they said, oh, because my wife is a nurse, doesn't listen to me anymore, and some stupid reasons. There's always 2 sides to the story.
Exactly.
People just said, oh, because this, because that. Sometimes, like I was talking to somebody yesterday, I said, you never know what is going on behind closed doors.
Exactly.
You don't know, so you can't really tell. Especially when it comes to the issue of husband and wife, there is always more.
Always something.
So the story.
We don't know what's going on inside the relationship. They come on and they act like everything is
It's
all
okay.
rosy, and you're like, oh my God, I want to be like them. And you don't even know what they're going through. Like, there's a lot of men that I know lose their house, they lose everything. They just walked away.
There was
And they
this
start
guy.
again.
Yeah, there was this guy who came. He was a home improvement guy. He works for us. So, and then 2 or 3 years ago when we met him, he was married. And then last year when he came to work for us, he was talking about, he went through divorce and this and that. And then he showed us his house. The house is like a castle. Big, huge house.
That he walked away from.
He walked away from.
Yeah. It's better to just walk away and start.
He walked away from, and he still has his life. He has his life.
And
He's
his
living
freedom.
his freedom, and he's taking care of the kids. Sometimes I just feel like, so now what did you gain spending the rest of your life in jail?
You know what?
What is the gain?
Most important thing to me in my life is peace of mind. You cannot buy peace of mind.
No.
You can be the richest, the most wealthiest person in the world, but if you don't have peace of mind, it'll drive you crazy. Why do you think a lot of these celebrities, they commit suicide, they're on drugs, all of that? Because, and you be like, oh, they have so much money, they must have everything. No, money doesn't make you rich. So peace of mind is the most important thing. My happiness is the most important thing. So, yeah.
Okay, now when we talk about relationship with husband and wife, in Nigeria, when you're married, you're married. There's no divorce. When I was getting married, they told me that you're going to your husband's house, never come back. Even when you're under abuse, people still advise you.
Right.
Like, we have a clip that we're gonna show that this woman, the husband kept beating and beating and beating her. And she would go to her mother's house and report. And the mother would say, it happens.
You have to have patience.
You have to have patience. It's your husband's house. And a husband's house is a teaching house.
What?
Yes. Iliako. That's what
Why do
they
they
always
always say, oh, your husband's house, your husband? Even if both of us buy it, why is it my husband's house? Why is it not our house?
Because they believe that husband is the head of the family.
So
Maybe that's why they usually make it.
what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. So why should it be my husband? Oh, I'm in my husband's house. No, I'm in my house.
Yes.
My husband's house.
I think that should.
I'm
I think
in
that
our
should be.
house.
Yeah, I think that
Exactly,
should
not
be.
your house.
Probably maybe if they start to make it like ours,
Yeah.
maybe the men will reason more better and say, this is not mine alone.
Exactly.
It's both of us.
Right.
So,
Everything else is ours except the house.
Nigerians will never advise you to divorce due to abuse, but they will advise you to divorce due to childlessness.
Doesn't make any
It
sense.
does not make any sense at all.
How does childlessness, what does childlessness have to do with boys? Are you gonna die from childlessness?
Because that's how important that is. That's how they say it. So this woman was telling her, and then the wife was saying, the daughter was saying, Mommy, is it until they bring my cups to you? Then what happens? And then the woman said, no, God forbid, that will never happen.
That would never happen.
But guess what? She will go back to the husband's house and get beat.
Exactly.
Again.
Right. And then at the end of the day,
This
when
is
your
what I
child
mean.
dies, then that's when you're gonna be like, oh my God,
I should have done this, I should have done
something.
that.
How could you do that? But you knew about it and you ignored it. So
Because they always believe that once you're married, your life and death belongs to that man. Whatever the man has can do with you. Do you know how many husbands had killed their wives and said, oh, she slipped and fell? And it was due to abuse. It's only because the issue wasn't investigated the way it's supposed to.
right.
So the next thing is, oh, she slips and falls.
It never ends.
At all.
It just never ends. Anyway, this was a very interesting topic. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But we would love to hear your views. So if you could comment below and let us know what you think. So this is we've come to another end of our show today. I'm Kathy.
And I'm Toyin.
Please do not forget to comment, subscribe, and share.